I want to say Paul McCartney called us shit.
I don't know, because I don't really fucking care.
Hey y'all, it's Ryukin here, and welcome to your weekly dose of reviewing stuff. And today, in this new episode of Weekly Dose of Reviewing Stuff here, we are going to take a look at this item right here. Oh yeah, it is a wireless mic that is not just an ordinary wireless mic, and it is a dual stereo wireless mic kit. Yeah, I think it is. And of course, the only one purpose that I bought this thing right here is that the only one that I have, which right now it is, oh, it's just turned on already. So this is the only one that I have right here, which is these two little thingies right here. And of course, these two right here is basically are the generic wireless mic kit that I have, and of course there's no settings to set to stereo audio, and of course you only get mono audio track of this thing right here. And yeah, of course, but just for how cheap this thing is, so for the originally that the brand that is actually used to be on this, it was a Shure, and of course I have scratched it off in the video where I have made a blog about scratching off this thing right here, which is basically me cleaning up this wireless mic, and of course I have scratched off the branding out of it. And of course they do sound terrible, so you might have no wondering why there is no updates that or talk about this wireless mic kit right here, but I've considered that these two right here are terrible, like after all. So, but of course I have this one right here instead that is going to be replacing these two right here. But it is also not just only a one kit anymore, but you got two kits at the time. And this is the only reason why I bought this one, to replace the one that I have. Ha ha ha! Down to you, you unbranded wireless mic!
I think your insanity's dropped too much now.
And that is all Comica Boom X-D2, the best content creator claim dual stereo wireless mic. And the camera is blurry for some reason. Oh, there we go. And according to some research that I made for this Comica Boom X-D2 right here, is that this thing right here, it has a support range up to 50 meters, and of course it has like a really long distance of use. And well, it also claims that it has a 2.4G wireless transmission, which is going to be 10 times better than the original one that I have. And yeah, of course this video right here is not sponsored. I bought this one for myself on purpose. And yeah, of course, this thing right here, it also claims that it has a dual audio track right here, which you can switch to either mono or stereo audio. And of course, according to the claims for this thing right here, it has 5 hours of battery life, and it takes only 2 hours to charge, which I don't know if it's actually any true or not, but I'm going to find out in the long term of use. But I'm going to find out in a later. And this thing right here is supports cameras, laptops and computers, and including the smartphones and tablets. And also it doesn't even list that it's going to be supporting some audio recorders too, which I think they would have to be covered up in the camera section anyways. And for furthermore researching about this Comica Boom X-D right here, which is also holds up this optional kits right here, so y'all can see. And this thing right here, it prefers many options. Like you got this kit right here that is supposed to be used on a smartphone, and of course there is the one right here that is supposed to be used on your iPhone too. Like if you want to use with your iPhone 10 or your iPhone 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 or whatever, blah 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 stuff, iPhones. And of course the most of the iPhones right now have USB Type-C, so there is actually no worrying about to get the lightning cable or anything anymore. So yeah, and yeah, of course you can see right there you got a USB Type-C option and the lightning option for your iPhone, and of course it's basically some sort of a stick that you might going to plug it in onto your side of the phone, which is actually straight into the charging port. And of course it's going to be eats up a lot of battery life on your phone, but it's not just for your wireless mic set. I don't know if there's actually any balloon battery inside this, but well, of course, I think it's actually have it, but I don't know if there's actually any battery inside there or not. So, and of course, the one that I bought right here is this one right here that's listed on the box, and y'all can see this one right here. It is basically made for cameras, and yeah, of course I'm going to be using it on both the camera and the smartphones. That it has a 3.5mm jack, or headphone jack, or an all-in-one jack, I'm gonna call it. And well, of course I have unboxed this off camera, so for the unboxing part right here, which I'm gonna be cutting it off, and yeah, of course there will be no more unboxing scenes in the series anymore. Or maybe yeah, maybe there's still more, but I don't know how long it's gonna last. I think for this video right here, it's going to be an exception because I have unboxed this off camera already since the time that I got this thing. So yeah, that's it. So that is going to be an actual cut. And since I have already unboxed it off camera, so and here is the actual item right here, which I'm going to take into the detail in later. And alright, so without any further nonsense to do, y'all, let's get this video started. And alright, so for the included items right here, that is going to be included in the box, which at the time I unboxed this, so y'all can see right here, it's got a nice carry case for it though. So y'all can see right here, it has a branding on it, Comica of course. And this thing right here, it has a really nice looking carry case, which it kind of reminds me of those times where I review a fake Sony headphones. And yeah, of course, it looks really nice, and it looks better than the one that I have on my Sony wireless headphones. And of course, that one right now is typically unusable because yeah, it only plays in a mono audio track, and that's it. I don't know if there's actually any IC that is converted mono to stereo or something, but right now it's just unusable. So yeah, and of course I do bought the earphones just for a backup. And alright, so and of course the inside right here is going to be all in this carry case right here, and right now I'm gonna be opening it up like a treasure chest. So inside the carry case right here, we got the wireless mic themselves right here, so y'all can see here's what it looks like. I'm going to get into the detail later. And we also got the furry windshield right here for the Bluetooth microphone on those transmitter unit right here, which it has a Bluetooth microphone on those. And of course, along with the wireless mic and the furry windshield, we also got the standard TRS plug for plugging it in onto your camera for your DSLR or your audio recorder or whatever you want. And you also got the TRS plug right here for plugging in onto your smartphone, which is really nice to have that. And earphone not included. And we also got the weirdity right here, which is a USB to USB Type-C right here, which yeah, of course it's not just a normal USB Type-C charging, but is a 3 USB Type-Cs that is actually made for these 3 units right here. And of course you can actually use it as a normal USB Type-C too, if you want to use to charge with your stuff like your phone, your other wireless mic that has a USB Type-C like the original one that I have. And that's really it for the inside the kit, or of course in the box. And also inside the box, we also got the user manual right here, which here's what it looks like. Yo, you can see that it's just looking like that. And of course, you got a warranty card and the card for your something about the warranty or something, I don't know. And you also got the SIM tray remover right here, which they actually give this on purpose because yeah, they actually have a reset button right here just in case if there's anything screwed up with the wireless mic set right here. And alright, of course, silica gel not included. because yeah, it's not in use and it's only used to suck up moisture, and that's it. And the most of you guys have removed it out of the bag, but in case I don't want to remove it because it will actually, and it's actually going to be sucking off the moisture from the bag. And yeah, of course, I'm just going to leave it like this in the plastic bag that it came with, so y'all can see. This is silicone gel, and it's actually only good for sucking up moisture, and which y'all didn't care about. And alright, so that was really it for the included things that I got in the box right here, which is going to be basically looking like this. And y'all can see right here, and again, earphones not included because I put this one myself. And yeah, here's what it looks like for all the included items in the box. And now let's take a look at the wireless microphones themselves and put that aside. And first of all right here, but since the transmitter unit right here, it looks the same, so you can see it's just completely the same, so the same boys. So I'm just going to put this to the side so y'all can see the much beauty of it better. And on the front right here of the transmitter, you got a little tiny LCD display right here, which when I turn it on, you would greet it up with the Comica logo, and right now it just jumps right into the interface. So y'all can see here just how tiny this LCD is. Let me get the camera focus on that. Whoa, look at this. So it looks really tiny, not gonna lie. And of course there's no options for adjusting the audio gain at all on this. And yeah, of course on the interface right here, you got the audio level, the Wi-Fi incantation, the link incantation, and the microphone incantation, which when I press the same button as I power off or on the wireless mic set right here, it's gonna mute the audio, and there's actually no audio levels jumping anymore. And you also got the battery indicator right here for showing how much the battery life has left. And when I press this button again, the power button or the mute button is actually running up again like as usual. And of course there's actually not much that I can say about the user interface right here, so I'm gonna be turning it off just to say the battery power. And on the side right here, you got the mute switch, and it's also function as a power button when you press long enough for 3 seconds. And also got the pair button right here, which right now is completely blued in, so I'm not going to pair that to that anymore. And on the top right here, you got a blue-in microphone capsule, and as well as a 3.5mm jack for adding an additional microphones. And yeah, of course, I'm missing something.
Eventually.
Also, inside the included box, we also got these two lavalier mics right here for the wireless mic themselves. So which both of them right here is actually made for these two right here. And of course, they have this little rectangular hole right here for tying up this entire thing right here in case if there's actually any accidental unplug during the setup. So, and it's completely secure, so let me show it to y'all. So, and right now I'm gonna be plugging it in, and oh, I don't wanna break it, and there we go. And y'all can see it's completely secure, and y'all can see here's what it looks like. And if you want to take it out, you would just push this one lightly, and then it's good to go. And it's kind of remind me of those airplane audio jacks. But well, of course, the included lavalier mics, they have a really nice design to it though, which they actually added this tab right here, which is basically just an anti-unplug or something like that, which is basically clip right here that is going to be preventing the audio jack to be unplugged by accidental or during the setup. And on the side right here, you got a USB Type-C if you don't see it clearly, so y'all can see it right there, the USB Type-C and the reset button or the reset hole in case if there's anything screws up with the setup. And on the back right there is the clip for clipping onto your shirt or to your trousers, to your leg or whatever you want. And on the bottom is basically a serial number and of course some information about the Boom X-D2. And yeah, that's really it for the transmitter unit. And now time for the receiver unit. And for the receiver unit right here, you got a little LCD display again, which are gonna be turned on. And same old, you create it out with the Comica logo, and right now it just jumps right to the interface. And right now I have set the audio setup right here to stereo, so y'all can see. I don't know if it's actually gonna be creating. So, and y'all can see right here right now, I have set the audio right here to stereo, which y'all can see right here. And you can also switch this to a single mono audio tag if you don't want to hear a simultaneously stereo audio. And you can adjust the gain of the audio too, which, yeah, of course, you have to be function on these two buttons right here, which they're on the volume buttons, but yeah, of course, they actually are. So you can use the audio gain for your first one or your second one. And well, of course, you can press the same button right here to switch between the audio modes. Like right now I have set it to stereo, and right now I'm going to be setting this to mono, which you can set either mono or stereo audio. And of course you can't even see that clearly, so it's going to be looking something like this. And of course you can adjust the gain, which is going to be looking something like this in general. Yeah, it's going to be looking like that. And alright, so I'm gonna be turning off just to say the battery life as always. And on the side right there, again, you got a reset hole or reset button for if in case if there's anything screws up during the setup. And you also got the power button right here, which also functions as a mode switch between the mono or stereo audio. And you also got the audio gain levels right here for your first one and your second one. And on the back right there is your clip, which in this case right here, I'm gonna be clipping this onto your camera or your phone or your anything you want. And on the side right there, you got a USB Type-C for charging the wireless mic itself. And on top right here, it's going to be completely different. You got an audio output and your headphone jack for listening to audio or what the audio would sound like. And that's really it for the receiver itself. And of course, on the bottom again, some information about the Boom X-D2, and that's it. And yeah, of course, that's really it for these boys right here. And of course, this thing right here, it also claims that according to some further research, it has a broadcast audio quality, which I don't know if there's actually any true or not. So I'm going to test that in the microphone test. And also I'm going to be testing the support distance, which I don't know if there's actually any claims that is completely true or not. So I'm going to see that in the microphone test and distance test, which I'm going to be coding up into the one part of the video. And alright, so I think this is going to be it for taking around a look at the wireless mic and some included items in the box. And for the cameras that I'm going to be testing right here, I will be using my lovely Sony Handycam camcorder and my iPhone 10 to test this Comica Boom out to see what the performance of this thing right here would be like. And I will set the audio to -12, 0 and 12 decibels audio levels to make some differences in volume. And also I'm going to be using the Bluetooth mics with a furry windshield attached to the mic for this basic microphone test with a stereo audio setup. So you're going to hear both of them simultaneously, and I'm going to be clipping both of them onto my shirt for the results. And yeah, this video right here, I set everything to normal in the editing, so you won't have to hear a really loud audio like in my other videos that I made before this video. Alright, so no EQs, no volume loudness, nothing. It's just a raw audio. And alright, so without any further ado, y'all, so let's get this audio test started with the Comica Boom X-D2, which I'm gonna be using my Sony Handycam and my iPhone 10 for this microphone test. And right without further ado, y'all, so let me get into the microphone test, shall we? Hi, I'm testing the audio from the Comica Boom X-D2, a dual wireless mic set. So what I'm going to say, is it any better? Is it good, bad, neutral, the best ever? No one can tell. And y'all can see right here right now, I have set the audio to -12 decibels, so you're going to hear my audio is going to be sounding like this. And of course, I have set the audio right here to stereo, which you can actually hear two audio channels simultaneously from both of the microphones. And right now I'm going to be setting up to 0 decibels. Hi, I'm testing an audio from the Comica Boom X-D2 dual wireless mic set. So what I'm going to say, is it any better? Is it good, bad, neutral, the best ever? No one can tell. And lastly right here, which I'm gonna be pumping it up to 12 decibels. And alright, 12 decibels, here we go. Hi, I'm testing an audio from the Comica Boom X-D2 dual wireless mic set. So I'm going to say, is it any better? Is it good, bad, neutral, or the best ever? No one can tell. And of course, that concludes the Comica Boom X-D2 wireless microphone test and my Sony camcorder right here that I'm using right now, which fortunately it has a microphone jack for connecting to the external microphones. And of course, this right here doesn't have a hot shoe. I have to put this wireless receiver right here onto the strap of the camcorder just to get it right to work. And y'all can see right here, it's still plugged in onto my camcorder and it's still attached onto the strap. And alright, so that concludes the Comica Boom X-D2 wireless microphone test for my camcorder. And right now I'm going to be switching to my iPhone 10 to see of how the audio right here will sound like when using with some typical smartphones, including the iPhones. Hi, I'm testing audio from the Comica Boom X-D2, the dual wireless mic set. So is it any better? Is it good, bad, or neutral, or the best one ever? No one can tell. As y'all can see right here, right now I have set the audio right here to -12 decibels, which y'all can see right here, the audio, it doesn't start clipping up yet because right now the audio right here, it will sound quiet, but it's quiet enough to pick up my voice just fine and not the surroundings. And alright, so right now I'm going to be pumping it up to 0 decibels. Hi, I'm testing audio from the Comica Boom X-D2, a dual wireless mic set. So is it any better? Is it good, bad, neutral, or the best one ever? No one can tell. And of course, at the 0 decibel right here, which according to my camcorder right here, the audio would start clipping up and there is something like a little of a noise going on there. But well, of course, it's going to be sounding like this and with the light noise coming into the microphones, and it still pick up my voice just fine. And alright, so I'm going to be pumping up to 12 decibels right here for the complete beast. Alright, here we go. 12 decibels time. Hi, I'm testing audio from the Comica Boom X-D2, the dual wireless mic set. So is it any better? Is it good, bad, neutral, or the best one ever? No one can tell. And of course, at the 12 decibel mark right here, the audio will eventually clipping up according to my camcorder that I tested previously. And I don't know if the iPhone right here is going to make a difference or not. So, and of course, I think it's going to be it is. And alright, so to prevent from your ears would actually get deaf. So, alright, so I think this is actually good enough right now. So you can hear my voice like that. And alright, so I think this concludes the microphone test, which right now I've tested indoors, so you can see right here. And of course, I didn't go outside yet. So, and in the next part right here, I'm gonna be doing a distance test for this microphone right here, which I'm gonna be using only one microphone because yeah, of course, at the outside right here, I don't know if I could actually get the distance to work or not. So, but since they're actually the same, so but. Well, of course, I did a stereo test on my camcorder already, so I'm going to be switching to a mono audio setup for the microphone distance test. Alright, so and for the microphone test right here indoors is completely done, and that concludes both my camcorder for the Comica and my iPhone 10 for the Comica. Both of them are turned out to be good, and I don't know if there is actually any better when is used outside. So we are going to find out in the outdoor test for the Comica Boom X-D2. And then I'm going to cut y'all to the short conclusions and my really short final thoughts that I ever made. And alright, so time for the outdoor test, and this concludes the indoor test for both my camcorder and my iPhone. So, and yeah, let me cut y'all to the outside. Alright y'all, right now I'm at the outside, so y'all can see the cars drive past by right now as I'm recording this, and it's, well, the weather is
good today, and it's a good time to do a distance test for this Comica Boom X-D2. And right now I only got the only one right here that I have, which is this one right here, this little guy. And of course I have set the audio to a mono single audio track, which you can actually going to hear from this microphone right here much better. So you don't have to hear the one for the side, and the rest is just doesn't. So, and of course I didn't bring the second microphone down here. So yeah, of course I was gonna be doing like what I said in the previous part of the video. So, and of course again, this is a complete raw audio, so there's no adjustment to it like the volume loudness or equalizer or anything. It's just a complete raw single audio mono track. So alright, and right now I'm gonna be walking away from my camera. You stay there. So I don't know if it's gonna make any difference. Alright, I'm walking away right now. You see me? Alright, so I think this is the farthest I can. Alright, so I think this is as far as I can go right now. So right now I've stopped at this traffic thing right here. So, and right now I'm gonna be walking back to the camera. Alright, I'm coming back, y'all. And yeah, that concludes an outside microphone test, or known as the distance test for this Comica Boom X-D2 right here, which I only got this one right here, bring me to downstairs of course. And yeah, well, the weather looks nice today, so yeah, it's kind of cool, I think. So, and I don't know if y'all can see my face because it's kind of blacked out because of the skies coming from here. And yeah, of course, and that concludes an outdoor distance test for a Comica Boom X-D2 right here. And yeah, I think this is going to be it. So, and right, so right now I'm gonna be cutting y'all to the inside of my studio, and then I'm gonna talk y'all about the short conclusions and a really short final thoughts about this Comica Boom X-D right here, or what I thought about this. So, and yeah, I think this is going to be it for an outside distance test. So right now I'm gonna be picking up my camera right here, and let's get back to the studio, shall we? Short camera. And that concludes both the basic microphone and a microphone distance test. So what do you think about this? So first of all right here, it was better than I expected. But although in some of the videos that I made a research for this thing right here, they actually claims that there is like some sort of a clipping noises at like around when I get a little bit further away from the camera, they will start like there's some like tip 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 clipping sounds, you know. And yeah, of course, but when I actually try that myself, and I don't know if the conditions are actually defecting the test or anything like that, the clipping, it wasn't present at all. It was like, whoa, it was better than I expected. And of course I bought this one right here in 2024, so this should be more improved than what above like last year's model or 2 years or 3 years ago. And yeah, of course it was actually better than I expected from what I've seen in the reviews that it was made back in 2020 or 2021. And well, as well as its Wi-Fi transmission to the receiver right here, which is just got a lot better than what on the previous year's model. And of course they were actually improved a lot over time. And of course for the audio from the Blue microphone right here, which I'm gonna say it sounds better. And well, but since there's actually a need of the external microphone right here, if you want broadcast looking view into it, so you can use an external microphone right here that is actually come with the wireless mic kit itself. And yeah, of course the lavalier mic itself right here, it looks really nice, not gonna lie. And the cable right here, it doesn't too long, but it is actually long enough to put it into your shirt, and you can actually have it clip it onto your shirt or anything like that. And yeah, of course, I didn't test the lavalier mics themselves, unfortunately, but I will probably going to use it in my future videos if I really want it. But well, of course, for what I test on the Blue microphones, they sound pretty good, and even without any audio processing like an equalizer or volume, loudness, or anything. But all I did, it was completely raw, and yeah, of course, the audio from this thing right here, it sounds really nice, and is actually 10 times better than the original one that I have right here. And yeah, of course, it also gives me this little incubator right here, but instead of just LEDs on this original one right here that I have. So here's what it looks like. No status, LCD or anything. You would get only some incantation lights, and that's it. So yeah, of course it does have an aux audio jack, which is unfortunate for this Comica Boom X-D right here, that it doesn't have an aux audio jack for it to play a BGM in the background or something like that while you have a microphone onto your shirt or anything like that. And alright, so well, I think for my conclusion right here, which I'm gonna say it's doing a really good job as what I expected from the reviews. But yeah, I'm gonna give that 10 out of 5 actually. It's doing too good, yo. I mean 10 out of 10 actually. It's a really good quality wireless mic, and again, this is not sponsored. I bought this one myself, complete legit, not sponsored at all. So but I'm gonna say from what has been experienced with this thing right here, which well, the audio, it sounds really good even without equalizing the audio to it or even adding a loudness audio to it. And alright, so this concludes my final thoughts and the conclusions at the same time, and that's basically it for the Comica Boom X-D2 wireless mic kit set right here. And of course, this thing right here, it has stereo audio and everything, and I should actually going to use it in my future videos if I want, instead of just using a Blue microphone on my Sony Handycam and even on my Xperia that I'm recording this too. So I'm gonna be using that in the future videos. And alright, so I think this is actually basically it for the review of a Comica Boom X-D2, a dual stereo audio wireless mic kit, and hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you do like this type of content right here, so please consider to leave me a like, comment, and also the most radically importantly, which is to consider subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like as always, I do appreciate all for that, and I will see you all there in the next video where I'm going to make more awesome quality content like this. And I'm gonna be using this Comica Boom X-D2 right here in my future videos from now on. Alright, I think this is going to be basically it for this video, and I will see you all there in the next video where I'm going to make more awesome quality content like this, and I'm gonna be using this Comica Boom X-D2 in my future videos from now on. Alas, for now, or else the plastic would crack on a Boom X-D2. And I really like how even on the model name of this, it's got an XD on it, yeah! And of course, it kind of looks like it's actually, well, it's actually laughing at me with the view from this side. But anyways, bye! Oh hey y'all, it's Ryukin here. So if you do like this type of content right here, so please consider to leave us a like, comment, and also the most importantly, which is to consider subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I do appreciate y'all for that, and I will see you guys later in the next video where I'm going to do more quality content like this for y'all out there and for you guys. And alas, for now.